it, so we had to cut the other line items. But, of course, Casey's got his regular public works budget to work with, and I think we've adjusted this some.
Let's, before we get started with this, let's start from the beginning. That way the media is not confused and everybody's not confused with what has happened here. There was legislation passed, and this legislation, anyone that did not have a census growth, they cut every municipality, every county government 10.4% across the board out of their budget.
Well, it was different, it was different for each city supposedly.
Even Memphis was cut.
Memphis was cut millions of dollars.
It wasn't, we talked to the lady at the comptroller's office, it wasn't so much, growth, it was the ones that got the most money was the ones that had the most, quickest growth. So I said, well, maybe Nashville got a lot of money. They said no, said that Spring Hill and some of the cities surrounding, Nashville got a lot of money. They have turned it, the comptroller's office has turned it over to the UT Boyd Agency starting in 2027 to do the census. I told the comptroller's office, I said, well, would you make sure that when they start their census, that they make sure that they contact all of the cities, including us, to let us know what the percentage is, because we already had the budget done, basically. And then they called and we got to take 10.4%.
So this is gonna carry through next year too, then?
Yes. But
What is our exact population here now in the city?
Well,
I mean,
when
it's
it first came
went up and
out,
down.
when it first came out, when the census was done in 2020, we got the report saying 6,600 plus, which is incorrect. If you know, I made the phone call, I said, hey, there's something wrong with here. We've had an increase instead of a decrease. Because there's new houses going up, there's people everywhere, we need to look at this. Well, they brought it back up to 70, almost 7,400.
Yeah.
Is what they brought it back up to from the 6,600 when I made that phone call.
When was that phone call made?
That phone call was made right after the 2020 censuses
What is our current,
actually
what's our
showed.
current population?
What was the current?
What is our current population?
I got your number.
Right
on
at
that.
7,400.
Well, we
So
used
we
to
had
have
no
on
increase,
race
but we had
cars.
no decrease.
You kind of decreased it first. Well, it went from 7,800. It went from 78 to 66, and then they brought it back up to 74. It was almost right at 8,000.
400 people cost us $100,000. Or lack thereof.
140,000.
Well, I got a 192 was the actual for 2025.
That's just my budget.
Okay. So there are other departments get stripped states
Well, no.
No, just
Well, you've got gasoline tax that got hit with the 10.4%.
well, the gasoline tax is only in the State Street Aid Fund. That's where they get their revenue from. There are 6 other line items in the general fund that state, like state sales tax, sports betting tax, and that's where we took the $113,000 out of the general fund.
Was it state liquor tax hit too?
It was 6 line items that we had to adjust. The
In
state-
addition to what we've already talked about, what other things can Casey use this state street aid for?
It has to be used on the streets, on secondary streets, is what it is.
Not maintaining the 4-lane. That's a different contract.
No, but he gets a lot of his paving for these
Paving.
secondary streets.
Yeah, concrete,
Yeah.
paving, stone, gravel,
Okay,
and then we can maintenance the tractors, the equipment with some of it.
Anything that you use.
Mhm.
so that's a pretty good lick out of your budget.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what-
$32,000 is the budget.
Well, we took 27,000 out.
But here's what needs to be known about this. Those are budgets that are in this budget right here.
What, 27,000?
That money is not there when you pass this budget until he collects the funds.
Well, I
He
understand that
can't
concept.
spend it until he gets it.
And we can't put it in the budget until we received it.
Correct. He can't spend it till he gets it. That's the same way with special police, special fire, special rec.
So we go back and do a
until they
budget amendment when those funds come in.
No.
get- No, it's the reason why you got budget.
No,
They're in
you-
the budget, they're not allocated to the department.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm with you now.
Yeah, but like, for example, page 41, the State Street Agent budget, 41, we've estimated 234,700 coming in. But it don't come in till, you won't get anything until probably July. So on those small funds like this, there's several of them multiple accounts. Technically, you can't spend the money until the money comes in. Unless you're taking it out of fund balance. That's a different matter.
So, do we have a way of appealing the census report
Not until,
anytime?
not until the census is redone.
No, they're going to start, the Boyd Center's going to do it 2027, 28, 29. And on the years that the federal government does it, like 2020, 2030, they're gonna let them do it. Then they'll start back at 2031 on down to the
But
next.
we're out of this money for the decade.
Well,
Unless
you know,
you can get to
I
that.
unless
read
we can get the
something-
legislators, we have called for Mr. Yeager, which is the co-sponsor of this bill, to come up here and meet with us in regards to this.
So he didn't help us out here.
No, and that's all he's got is small cities.
I called him last week in Stan's office, and he committed to come here to talk to the
Yes.
finance department and everybody to see if we can get some of those monies back.
And normally,
Grants,
TML,
Stuff like this.
looks at all this legislation, and most of the time, if they think it's gonna hurt the cities, they are against it. But this is the first time we've heard anything about it.
I wonder how many of these other cities even know that they're not even, if the comptroller hadn't called us, we'd have figured in the budget, you'd been short $140,000.
Well, they said they're calling all the cities this one time, but that's it. After that, it's gonna be the UT Boyd agency that have to call
It
us.
seemed like I read somewhere on this,
Well, I'll tell you what
that we
happened.
had an appealing process anytime.
I'll tell you what happened, and you can justify this. Memphis got up legislation to hold this off till the year 2030, and the
Start
legislation failed.
redistricting.
Yeah, they got hit worse than anybody just about this.
Oh, it didn't pass for them.
They
So
wanted
they
to
got
hold it
pulled
off
out,
to the
they got-
actual next census, and it failed.
So you don't think we can appeal to the Boyd Foundation?
Well, that I don't know.
The
They're
Boyd Foundation is like MTS.
They're an advisory
They're just
committee on
going
it.
out doing an independent census of an area is what they're doing, to see how bad they really were.
Only people we can get money from are state legislators.
So we're not really sure, do you think all municipalities got cut?
Here in this county, I think they did.
You know, the cities surroundings, Nashville, they
Nashville, right, they
got more money. And of course, Clarksville, according to the internet, Clarksville is the fastest growing city in
It's
the
because
state of
it's
Tennessee.
military base.
Because
They're
their
the
population's
largest
about,
city in the state.
their population's hurt 95,000. And so I'm just assuming they got money, but she just told me that Spring Hill and the surrounding cities in the metro Nashville area got money.
So they-
That makes sense. Nashville don't have any more room, so they're spreading out to the smaller cities around
Yeah.
there.
So this probably hit Jellicoe, Caryville, and Jacksboro as well.
Well, guys, we gotta look at this in reality. The state can pull the money, but the work remains the same. In case he needs something, how's he get his money?
Come right in here and ask for it.
Well, I've been
The
using-
tractor breaks down, we gotta fix
Hey,
it.
we gotta do what we gotta do, we gotta
I've been
keep
using
the city
the paving
running.
money that Ken's allocated for, that's what we bought all the rock with, to put on the bank. You know, I don't know how much is left in
When,
it.
so Terry, if Casey needs an item that State Street Fund would have paid for it, it's $10,000. And that money's not come in yet.
It'd have to come out of general fund.
And then we just pay it back from State Street aid to general fund?
No, yeah, he would have to start taking some of the things out of his regular public works budget into general fund.
So we can't flood him alone, that's what you're saying? Okay.
That's not generally accepted county practices.
So we just have to take it from another line item.
He'll have to take it, I can't put any more in the State Street Day Fund, because it's just basically state gas tax. So if he has something that he can't use out of this budget, he's just gonna have to take it out of the Public Works budget.
But if something did come up,
Beyond
and
that,
he needed
those two
$2,000, you can do a budget amendment and put that money in that budget.
And here's the second thing about the State Street Day Fund. A few years ago, they had probably $300,000 in there. We bought equipment out of their fund balance, to now they've got about $55,000 in their cash account, and that's very low compared to what it has been, $200,000, $300,000. So I wouldn't recommend taking anything out of the fund
Okay,
balance.
let me ask you a question here. Casey, how is this gonna affect your
Well,
department?
we hope nothing breaks down, but you know how that is.
We will.
This money that you would have had, where would it be?
And I mean, if we use our public works budget, have to fix stuff, and like Mark said, tractor, anything internal, it's expensive now, you know. We'll just have to cross it when we get there, you know.
Terry, did you say that he had an excess in his budget a few years ago of $300,000?
Yeah, the State Street Day used to have $300,000 in the cash account.
Now, is that an accumulative account, or do we take that and put it in general fund each year if it's not used?
No, it stays in State Street Day.
Okay.
Yeah. And they bought equipment out of it for the last few years. So now the fund balance and the cash account's down to about 50-some thousand, so I don't recommend doing anything.
The
with
brush
that.
truck's the last thing we purchased
Yeah.
out of it.
That shot it down.
So that pumps the brakes on the garbage truck, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
That's a
we're still
separate
working
grant.
on
We're
that.
trying to get a grant.
Okay.
So, our maintenance contract, does it go in his, we get paid from
Your maintenance,
That's
the
separate
state
issue.
contract?
Yeah.
Or does it go in that cash account, or is that what builds it?
That's what,
What-
if they delay paying you 2 months or 3 months, you're delayed being paid 2 or 3 months, and it'll make that dollar amount low.
well, I think it goes into the general fund, I think.
What's the actual
Like
cost?
where he goes out here and street sweeps and all that?
Only thing goes into the State Street Day Fund is state gas tax. That's only line item that's on there.
We better just hope that all the equipment runs good.
They don't do that. They don't got
Need
one.
fresh oil changes and filters.
And all that good
Yeah, we do
equipment.
that.
We could sell it off. Yeah.
For example, if you had,
You have transmission or something, one of the tractors.
When he builds it.
What,
You know what?
$15,000,
It goes
$10,000?
in.
We got, even if you got a set or two of tires.
Well, I'm ahead on it.
That's probably about 12, 15.
Mhm.
Casey, you got any money put back at all, or?
At home or in the bank?
It goes in the general fund.
I'm a little bit
Huh?
Range Davis.
It's in a jar.
Yeah.
In the yard.
In the yard.
We put
I'm familiar with
that,
that.
no, we put that back in the
Yeah.
budget, last time, remember when it was sale?
Yeah, yeah.
We put it back in there somewhere.
No, I'm good, I just,
I'd have to
something
figure out where
happens,
it's
we'll
at.
just cross it.
Well,
I mean, we
That-
can't
That's,
make-
that's what we need to make sure that these departments, I mean, especially the street,
Mhm.
and I mean, when this comes up, we know what the circumstances is, and it's gonna be available if it is a need, and he's not gonna come ask for
No.
nothing unless it's a need. I know that for a fact.
No. We hope nothing breaks down.
That anything that's in this budget can be
You-
transposed over to this budget. Even if you were short employees or something.
We'll be different too, but you don't waste
Yeah.
money.
No, you handle it the way it's supposed to
And
be.
if we have some kind of project, we'll just have to figure it out.
When the time comes.
Mhm.
We can if it to death, but until it hits, we don't know.
Exactly, you're right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr. Boshiers.
Chief?
Yeah.
So my thing was, we put in for, I think, 4 cars, we dropped it to 3. It sounds like we're working down to 2. And I say that to say this, we are still running 2016, 2017. I can give you a rundown of all of our cars. I have one 2016 Charger, 3 2017 Explorers, 2 2019 Explorers, and then I don't know what happened, for a couple of years, there was no cars bought, and I believe it was either 20 or 21, I'm pretty sure it was 21. There was 9 cars bought, which we were blessed to have, and I don't know how those were purchased, but there was 9 at one time. The problem is, those were what they call COVID built, so we all know what that can do. Got one that, I just come home from vacation, there's one out there with the transmission down. With all those 9 being the same exact year model, and also, same mileage, all the runtime, I'm afraid we're all gonna be a problem at the same time. So I really would like to get 3, and I know some people, you might say, well, you've got something sitting out there, well, I do, and that's a whole nother thing. We've gotta figure out something to be able to get employees out here.
How many you short right now?
I would say we're 7 or 8 of 23.
And I wanna get your business.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think you're leaving?
Well, council asked me to, and the city manager asked me to do the job the way I've been asked. I'm trying to do it exactly how I've been asked to do it. And then we're also losing people with money. I mean, you got Lenore City just went to 77,000 starting out. You've got Clinton that's got a few raises, and I wouldn't want to give you exact numbers. Tennessee Highway Patrol, I think, does anybody know the new number they're at? I mean, I know we can't get there. I think they're somewhere between 75 and 90 and talking about another raises. It's killing us.
Well, you've got a federal, or state prison, and then you've got the federal money in Oak Ridge.
We got the money in Oak Ridge. I mean, Oak Ridge City's making good money. Tazewell's making good money. It's hard. It's
You
really
consider
hard.
giving raises at 30, 60, and 90 days in your department?
We don't, that's not how.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
How does that work? Somebody educate me for the city.
It's flat. They're all paid flat when they hire.
Like whenever we get them with the raises, when we do it like 2%, that's when they get the raise and cut.
Yep.
Is that why you were losing people because of that?
Some of it, yeah. I mean, you got people, we come in, we bring them in, we train them, we send them to the academy, we train them through that, and then we get them trained up and going, and then off to somewhere else.
And they're not obligated to pay us that money back.
They're supposed to be.
Just the tuition, not the food and meals and not the salary. We can't do that, but, just the tuition itself.
The only way that you can fix a situation like this is either cut services or raise revenues. That's all you gotta do. Is that not correct, Terry?
Yeah, or a combination of both.
And this is me not just coming up here to tell you, it's me asking for guidance as well.
I
I
mean,
want the best police department there is anywhere around. We don't want to go with no nonsense, but we want to pay our people. That's how we get people, right? So-
2 years ago, we gave the police department a pretty substantial raise across the board. And, at the expense of,
Lieutenant Patrol.
well, but also at the expense of the rest of our city.
Yeah.
And what we can't do is we can't keep advancing the police department, these
No, I-
big hits, and leaving, the sanitation
Yep.
and rec center and everybody else behind.
I agree.
Cause I have said it ever since I've come on this board, the guy that rides on the back of the garbage truck is just as important as that man sitting right there.
Exactly.
Right. He's got a job and they all need to be compensated fairly.
I'd like to request a copy of the pre-COVID, let's call it 2018 payroll for the city of Follett and the 2025 payroll for the city of Follett individually.
I think that's a
Can I
great
get that?
idea. I do.
Judy, can you get us that?
2018.
And 25, not through 25.
Well-
I'm comparing current with pre-COVID conditions.
It's not like we're not getting the revenue now, Terry. We've got some pretty good, businesses in here now that's generating a lot of revenue. You wanna have, Harbor Freight coming in October, November this coming year. I think that, myself, the administrator of the council, and your all's department are gonna have to, take a good look at this in the next, especially the next 6 months to a year. We're getting people leaving the city of La Follette that's going down the road, getting a job. You're having people on the garbage truck that's making a wage of, they could go to McDonald's or such and such, but this is a city that is, all of their people, and I'm being honest with you, okay? All of the people that's working for the city of LaFollette, and I think I've talked in length with the administrator about this before, is they're really unpaid, okay? They really are, let's face it. So I'm hoping with all this revenue come down, and you know me, and you've talked about lower wages and, you know, for some of them. And I think that with all this revenue coming in, I think it's time to start looking at, like, I respect for what Mr. Hoskins, he's wanting to look at these figures because seeing what kind of monies they're making in 7-year gap there. So, you know.
Well, you can do a lot of things with the budget if you've got the revenue, if you don't.
I know, we do have
The
revenues coming.
The problem is everything has gone up exponentially. Everything.
Well, here's the thing, on all these new businesses, we don't have a grip right now on
No.
a 1 year, on a 1 year return. Once it comes in, we're looking at
It's solid
part,
once it's in
yeah,
the
we're
bank.
looking at part
Yeah.
years right now, and you just have to guess at it and estimate what you think it's gonna be. Not everything in the budget's estimates, some of it we know exactly, like payment in lieu of taxes, what it's gonna be from LUB, but a lot of the other stuff is estimates, and until you get a full year grip on it, it's hard to estimate.
Then you take a $140,000 hit on
Yeah.
top of that.
We, you know, it's got 2%, but if we had.
And we got more of those.
We could
We
put
got more of
three,
those
at least
down.
3 in,
Right.
or maybe 3 and a
All
half.
federal money's gone.
So I have a question, so
Yeah.
we have you have money for 2 cars in special police fund.
Should be, yes.
Okay, so can the city not buy the other car?
They'd have to take it out of fund balance, out of the general fund if they buy the third one. And
Chief, what's the difference in the price of cars you bought last year versus what you got here, 90,000?
Right, so we had to do some estimating in that, we estimated, I talked with Laura about that, and I told her about it. So what happens is you have the closeout of cars, so like right now, I can pull up emails on my phone, closing date's May 20-something for ordering 26 model cars. Then it's gonna become the 27, well, they don't bid, they don't give or do the bidding, the dealerships with the state until after July 1. So you're gonna be actually paying higher price, but they don't know what the price is for sale. So like they give a close date on ordering the 26 models, because I guess, when do they start producing the 27 model? It starts in the year prior, right?
Yeah.
September maybe, I don't
They usually
know,
hit by August, September.
somewhere in
So
there.
you're
So they
just
don't have that
estimating, you're
price.
just estimating that $90,000 what it's gonna take.
Yeah, and it's the same with all the other stuff, so Wayland,
That's fully
Hatchet
equipped too.
Yeah, that's fully equipped.
What did we pay last year, fully equipped?
You
We should know
it was
that.
$81,000 a vehicle.
Okay, that's a pretty good jump.
Yeah.
Well, last year, if you remember, we dropped down to the Tundras to save money.
Which you can't.
And we put our new Tahoes out on patrol that we had gotten the years prior, because we needed to save money last year by revenue.
Is there not a more economical solution out there than those big school buses?
We certainly don't want we don't want any more Chargers or Durango. We would prefer not to have Dodges after all the problems we've had. You got the Ford option. You got about $3,000 to $4,000 difference right now in the price of a Ford. The equipment's, from what I understand, 2 years ago when I did, it's about the same. The vehicle itself is held up a lot better in the Tahoe than the Explorers. And then, of course, resale value on the Tahoes is really good, but I will also tell you that that's just us looking at resale value, because we've not sold the first one we have, because they've held up.
What's your
We've got
fuel,
24
what's your fuel consumption on the two?
They're the same. They've been very close to the same. The only plus side the guys like is that the Tahoe has a larger fuel tank. The fuel tank on the Explorer apparently is very small. I think it's smaller than the civilian model. Not sure. I mean, that's not a giving point, because they can just go fuel up again. That's not a big deal, but the fuel has been about the same. We believe we don't really
Fuel
see much.
maintenance, everything's the same.
Maintenance, we feel like it's been a little bit less on the Tahoes, but again, we've not had as many Tahoes as we have Explorers, so it could be the people who's driving, or, you know, things like that.
I actually put, if you look at the budgets, more in there for fuel for gasoline, because ain't nobody knows what it's gonna be.
Be $10 a gallon.
Ain't no telling. You know, of course, we get it wholesale, and then I added so much over that to get it in there.
What's a good quarter horse cost?
Be a lot cheaper than buying fuel.
Have you bought hay lately?
Hell, it's outrageous.
So I did buy
You don't even
these
hear
until
about
South
that.
Carolina back.
You don't even want to hear about that.
Well, my point being is, I know when I was on the city council, my last 10 years of the commission, we were able together to get our county employees 6 raises in 6 years. That's something that I always will be proud of. Being said is, again, when you got those young families that's the family members of dads that's working on the garbage trucks that's making the kind of monies that they're making, and it is hard work, very hard work. I feel like all of our people in the city of La Follette and all departments should be making more money, especially if you compare them to neighboring cities around us, you know. So I think that, I hope that, I'm 110% for it. I hope in the future that we take all this in stride and take in consideration of the people that do work for us, because, you know, anybody that does work for the city of La Follette, you know, are to be proud to be working for them, but I still also think that we also need to take stride and kind of help them out too, because there's a reason they put themselves in the city of La Follette, is because they want to work here, because this is their home. This is where they want to live, and they want to be here actually with their families and stuff. So anything, Terry, that you can see in the future that we can do to help these employees, I would most certainly would appreciate you bring this before the administrator and myself and the full body of the council.
That'd be simple if you got enough revenue.
Well, you sometimes, Terry, and even when you're home, bud, you gotta tweak a little bit, okay? Because these people here, they need to make, I'm just talking in general, just like, we got a little meeting on here. And I feel like that, you know, I can talk like that, because I care about the employees here. And I don't want, like, you got the police department here, that's here, that's, you know, needing monies. And
Well, it's up to you all to get the money. If you're gonna raise taxes or whatever, it's up to you all.
You want to raise property tax?
I need to
Those
say
same
that
people's
before
gonna
we
pay
go.
property taxes up there too. I mean, everybody's in a pickle right now. Hopefully it'll straighten itself out, but there's no telling. Growth is the best way to expand your revenues. That way it's not affecting the taxpayers, or illy affecting the taxpayers. And it's helping with the receipts that we get, we can pay our employees more. So growth is the most important thing. How do we grow?
We can only do so much with the budget based on the revenue we got. Can't do anything
Well,
else.
it's like you said, we
And
don't-
it's
at this
happened.
point,
Yeah.
It's happened.
at this point, we don't have any idea what our new businesses
No.
are gonna bring us in as far as tax money for the city.
Every time we open a business, one closes.
Yeah.
You know,
We're out of real estate.
And that's just it. There's nowhere for any kind of industry or anything like that to come into the city.
I had a fella jump me the other day. Since our council's been down there, he said, we've lost 2 employers and lost a job, like we had something to do with that.
One of
I
those
mean-
employers could be employed again real soon, from some of the conversations that I had with individuals.
I mean, you know, when a business has got a plant over in North Carolina, and it's even a newer plant than what they've got leased down here, and it's half running, and we got one down here that's doing the same thing, you know, the business decision would be close this one out and move that to North Carolina. We don't have nothing to do with that.
To the home headquarters.
Yeah.
Right there on top of the
Yeah,
business.
uh-huh.
I agree.
And then the Royal went out, but you know, there's a lot of factors in that deal.
When you look at the revenue reports, that's what we go by, you know, this year, like the year we ended, the year before, whatever. Sometimes it's a combination of 3 years to try to estimate it. And if there's extra revenue coming in, we're glad to put it in the budget, but This is what the reports
You
show
got
right
more
now.
sales tax right now than the city's ever got.
Yeah.
Don't know, COVID was pretty good.
And here's the other thing. When you get down into May or June, we ask the departments if they don't need their budget, not to buy anything unless they need it, because if you're trying to increase fund balance and they want a extra Christmas bonus, I gotta have the money in fund balance to do that. And of course, that goes on their W-2, just like the payroll does, because it comes out of
Well, that's just like, if one of our departments, you know, I've seen this happen, and it's real bad in the school system. You got a little money left up toward the end of the year, they won't just run out and spend it crazy, just to say that we spent it so it can't go nowhere else. Our money goes right back into fund balance. If Casey has money left, chief, fire department, and police, if they have money left, it goes back into the fund balance. You save that, and that helps us for the following year.
Yeah, and the thing about it is,
Fund balance,
if they need
$3.49.
$20,000 and it's not their budget, if we've got a fund balance, we take it out of it.
3.49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, we built, beat this dog to death.
Yep.
We need more money, how do we get it? Growth doesn't cost the taxpayers anything. But we need to acquire
I
more,
can't
we need
help
to
but
acquire
think-
more real estate to grow.
I can't help but think we've not grown in this city.
You have. Or, I mean, look on every corner, you see new construction or remodel.
Well, the value of homes went up so much, the value of homes went up so much,
But
according
your
to.
tax rate stayed the same.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I hate to say it, that might be an option. You've got growth of taxation or cutting services, so that's three things you got.
Well, we have to take care of our employees, for the simple fact is, if that helps us out. Without the employees, we can't make it. And being said is, if they ain't making any money and they don't get any raises, you know, they're gonna go somewhere else to find another job, and we hate to leave. We've lost, since I've been here, I've seen a number of people that have lost their, went and tried to work somewhere else because, you know, they wasn't, making enough money, you know, I just.
Now, there are people that'll drive 80 miles one way each day for a $2 raise. If you do the math, it doesn't work out.
No, no.
But you can't teach everybody mathematics.
True.
But now, when there's a $10 differential, we got a problem.
I don't know. Me and one of the department heads figured that the other day, with their benefit package that they get, their insurance that is paid for, they wouldn't hold compared to what they would make.
Young people don't care about the benefits.
No, they didn't. They
It's all
don't.
about the dollar.
Yeah, it's
They
all
don't
about,
get old like the rest of us.
it's all about what's on that check.
That's it.
Until you have to go to the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any way in the city policy to transfer some of the benefits into the paycheck? If they don't want insurance, give them cash.
Do they do that, Dwayne, at your work, if you don't take the benefits?
You have to be a contractor to do that.
You know, they was doing that before, and they said it was illegal, didn't they?
Something come up over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Why don't you check on that? I mean, that would be a revenue source.
Yeah.
Do we have this to happen? Employees would take our insurance even if they don't need it, just to get on, cause it's free.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, is there not a law against doing that? You can't have
It's
two.
Called a
a
supplement.
benefit that you offer.
Yeah, it's called a supplement, but,
It's not wise, but it's not illegal.
yeah.
There's another thing to consider when you start trimming those employees off of the count on our insurance.
Your insurance
Rates
rate
go up. I understand. You gotta look at both
That
sides.
makes sense, yeah. I
You
see what
get,
you're
you
saying,
get
Marty.
penalized
Well,
any way you go.
Well, they're, all these guys that don't want the insurance are the healthy ones that make ours go down.
Yeah.
Now, they're pretty close.
Well, somebody needs to tell me what they want to do about the wish list, what I need to do.
The
y'all want to put the third car into the general fund balance to get the third police car?
They can take them short, we don't need all the cars right now.
Y'all want to put it in there?
If we don't buy now, we'll be more.
So I said, that will definitely be one, I mean, 27. Whether it's a
Well,
1%.
if it's just back there in the parking lot, it'll be a year old, nobody drove.
We done talked about the teeter-totter swing. If we did it in the meeting,
Give him one. I'm in for one,
You're for what?
one car.
Yeah, have the general fund. Have one police car, okay?
That way you get a 26 price on
So you're for getting 3.
Okay. What about the street departments?
Casey needs that truck for the simple fact
That's out
that
of-
it's out of the question. He just sold 2 junkers and the rest of the things that he's got come from LUB and they're falling apart.
it.
right,
Well, they were wore out when it got.
exactly.
Yeah.
Want me to put that in there?
Yeah.
Okay, now I got what about the maintenance for that 2 box at the bottom?
You should have already had that.
Yes,
Yeah.
he should have.
Okay, you need to put that in. Okay, then you got all the items on the rec center.
And Jimmy Pax is coming out of his special fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. So you got all those items in
Is
there?
that storefront door like a fire door?
No, it's for the storefront for that building up there, the complex. It looks like a storefront on the front of it instead of 2 metal doors that
Gotcha.
look like a box.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll help him switch the entrance of that building around
It
the
will.
McDonald's sign.
Have you all seen the pavement down up there? They still
Yeah.
like striping it, but it looks.
Oh, it's sleeping, baby,
Good.
What are you gonna do about the parking up there with your?
I think.
Well, our engineer here is supposed to go up there with us. Is that right, Casey?
I saw easy
Engineer.
4
Yeah.
spaces I saw easy 4 spaces in the triangle.
But I mean, it's not fair that we have a nice facility up there for people to
Oh, you're
use.
talking about,
Yeah,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
For Ridgeview Park over there on us all
Yeah.
the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, and I've talked to Chris about this, the front of that building, if they want to use that rear parking lot behind it, because that is public parking back there behind it, but when they get that storefront on it, that will be for the
That's the
access,
front of
that
the
will be
building.
for the
Yeah.
patrons going into that building.
And we need to put signs up there, parking for rec department only.
Yeah, we can put them on.
Yeah.
But we've done had that conversation.
Public parking doesn't mean
Did
business.
I miss a meeting or something? Did I miss a meeting?
Oh, man, he was talking about it.
Oh, about the-
Oh, the engineer, yeah, Ben Casey had that yesterday.
We had our-
The day before was,
We had it Friday.
okay.
Yeah, it's not fair if they take all the parking.
Yeah, that's true.
So what does everybody want to do about the items in the rec center?
That's one.
Well, Chris is-
That truck's worn out.
Has
the one
Chris-
that's on the place.
Has he brought up any ideas about his?
Chris,
What
did
was
you
that?
get the truck fixed that you took to the shop?
Yes, it is, that problem got fixed, but another one occurred, so it is getting fixed though. I've got
How many
2
trucks-
that I
How
feel
many
like-
trucks does that department have?
I think we have, let's see, we got those 2. I think 6.
6?
How many
How many
employees
employees
you
you got?
got?
6?
No, we got 14.
Hey,
Are all
How
your,
many?
14, I believe, I was at the count.
You got 14 in your department?
I
It's got
believe,
9 full-time and the rest are part-time.
9 full, yeah,
Okay.
that's part, yeah.
But the mowing crew's together all the time. That's the reason why we just bought that one last year.
The mowing, yes, to pull it with the
Which
tractor.
is 4 of them.
Yes, but now at times I will separate them because we can just get more mowing and we ain't done with them going separate directions.
are all 6 of those trucks roadworthy?
2 of them are having a lot of issues.
Okay.
And,
You feel like we're putting good money after bad on those 2?
yeah, in a sense, yeah. And then the mower, you know, or, I can get that
we got the quarter horse receiver with us.
Billy goats.
I think we have an ordinance against those.
Oh, we changed that. Mr. Leonard, any questions? Been contemplating